A huge thank you to all the super sponsors who make it possible for me to make these videos. Visit David X Newton on Patreon to join the ASCII Brigade. Okay, you may remember that the last time we met each other we were faced with this mess. Fortunately we have some tools to handle this kind of thing in the modern era, thank you to crypti.com. The E's here make me think that this is going to be a shift of 4 backwards, because that turns into an A. Yeah, there we go. Fabian Romepe, vid would need Krieg Yups. Maybe it's an I. Oh dear. There are actually loads more tools on this site as well. You can plug them in after each other to have different codes in sequence. So I'm going to have to try an alphabetical substitution that isn't just a straightforward Caesar cipher. Let's see if we can identify anything from this. The E's are always capital, so that's definitely I. Ciphertext alphabet, plaintext alphabet, I goes there. Let's swap that with the I there. Okay. So we've got knee deep in the dead there now. Could this be said? It can't be said because I've already used the I. Well, I fell down at that first hurdle, didn't I? How about want? The apostrophe here makes me think that the R could be an S. It could be a T as well, but the capital here makes me think that that's going to be a name. So I'm going to go with S. ZCY twice there. Once capitalized, once not. That's confusing. Got rid of want and decided I didn't like that. So this would be in or it. Another thing you're supposed to look for is double letters, but I don't see any of them. I forgot to look for the, which is usually the most common word, but I don't see any evidence of it being there. This could be and an. Maybe I need a small hint.
It definitely looks like an encrypted message.
Oh, does it?
XMA'(R) translates to "you'd."
Okay, that was what I missed out, and it could be a D as well. Let's do that and go from there. That unfortunately means the and that I'd felt a bit clever about were completely wrong. See where else we can go. How about you'd be the... Oh, could be I have. That's an and. I have no fells, and yet I jun. Here we go. G'd caxi, but do not catchix. It's got to be an S. I have hands with which to wound. Not wound, I think it's count. It can't be count because which gets messed up. I've put all the ones I think I know in capital letters down here, which might help, I'm really not sure. But if we were related instead of equi-weege jifated, I think I did myself a disservice by not copying the lines of the poem here, because that confused me into thinking some things should be capitalized when they shouldn't. That's better. Alright, so I can get it now, obviously, but for the sake of completeness, it's read my face, but do not watch. Looks like I also made a couple of typos when I transcribed it, which didn't help. That's an X, and this one confuses me a bit because it's definitely a W, but the intent is clear. Read my face, but do not watch. I have hands with which to count, but I have no crotch. I have legs, and yet I run. It's a clock. If we were related, you'd be the son of my son. It's a grandfather clock. Let's go back there. There were a couple of puzzles like that in the Fool's Errand and that series by Cliff Johnson, although it did provide an interface to work it out in the game. Just needed that you'd pointer, because there were very few of the normal indicators in that little poem. Nevertheless, not a bad attempt at working it out, I feel. Hello, grandfather clock.
Something's happened to Samantha. Something's got her.
Who's Samantha?
Can you help her?
I don't know.
I have to get out of here. I'm scared.
Wait! Where's Robin?
So was that her from the cafe in the past, in the present? She's not a ghost because she's still alive. I'm learning I am quite face blind, and the low resolution doesn't really help. But... oh, let's see what he wants now. Oh, for God's sake! It's not even the same fucking cipher. Give us a push, I don't have the patience.
It's another encrypted message.
A typewriter might help solve this one. Oh! Typewriter, let's move all the letters one space to the right. See? Yep. Give us another one.
It's as if the letters of a keyboard were shifted to the right.
It is a bit. To the right, but there's nothing to the left of the Z. I can do a capital Y. Okay. Gear... Oh, you just wrap it around so it's my... I think I've got it now. It's really weird shifting your hands into the wrong place and then just typing what you see, but that's the most efficient way to do it, I think. JRT UP. Nearly. My first is not bent around. My second means lift or uppercut to the ground. I think that's raise. Straight razor. Raise her! Beginning to feel like I'm moving at a decent pace now if Carl McPogo Shoes would hurry up with the stairs. Here we go. And along there, and along there, and I think there was one in the bathroom next to the horrifying skeleton. There it is. Right, back to Marie and what's his name. I feel I should censor that even harder than the blood. What have you got for us this time?
Fruit Loop on stove.
Can we go back to the ciphers? What kind of flamey things have I seen in this house? There's the fireplace.
Going in circles, Mr. D.
Circles.
Got any hot ideas?
Fruit Loop circle. Stove hot. Hot circle. Yeah, that's definitely leading me somewhere. And I still don't have access to the kitchen, so it's not a literal stove.
O plus range spells orange.
Oh, get lost. Orange isn't even an O on the stove. If it were on the stove, it would be an A with a little circle above it, like they have in Denmark. Is this an orange?
You have the intellect of a banana slug.
I think he might have a point there. That's not an orange. Here's one. Oh, bad-tempered banana.
Dreams abound of arming the rebels. What of nocturnal horses' schedules?
Is a nocturnal horse a nightmare? Okay, the hint system has informed me that there is a painting called Nightmare by Fuseli, and it's one with a woman falling off a bed with a goblin on her. Trouble is, I don't remember seeing it. But it must be around here somewhere. Oh, it's not you, but the artist was wearing the wrong glasses when he painted your portrait, wasn't he? Is it in Edward's room somewhere? I remember the stabby painting above... Yeah, that's it. Oh, that'll come into context later. Okay.
A distant ancient castle keep this famous prince a place to sleep, perchance to dream of an upset tea garden Indochine.
What's an Indochine? Skip to the end of this one. Tea garden's an anagram of Great Dane, and there's a Great Dane picture downstairs in the library, and Steve said something about dreams when I clicked on it first, so that's it. Wow, that was quick. There he is.
Here you come in. You gave me quite a fright. Amazing thing, this. Absolutely amazing, the things the Marquis has come up with, don't you think? Absolutely amazing.
Sit! Good boy. Now speak.
What was that sound effect? What? What? Why did I ever start playing this game?
A man horse on the fly sounds like a wounded bull's eye.
What's a man horse? Was there a centaur anywhere in the house? That's all I can think of for man horse. Okay, I would never have got this on my own, but apparently this is a centaur. It's got legs and a sticky up bit here that could, I suppose, represent a human head. I don't know. Oh no. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Never been one of my strong points, has it?
Hello? Is anybody home in there?
I think it's like Blockbusters. You need to make a connection between maybe two of the sides. Oh, that didn't do it for him. Wonder why not.
Ha! As if it would be that easy.
Oh, do you have to connect all three? Okay. Let's use his tactic and... Yeah, if you space them two apart, then it's very difficult to block you. Because you've got two options at each point. Now, if he... Well, whichever one I pick, he's going to block me. I suppose I can still do it this way.
I've seen
No.
bird droppings smarter than you.
That's a good thing to remember, though, that just two there means a connection. Yeah, he's blocked me there.
Reporter baffled by logic.
Right, I've got it now. That side, that's the only one I need.
You'll not find the next one as pleasant.
That was a decent little puzzle. Nice little versus game. Let's have another video. And here the game goes into FMV mode again. After driving from the river, Robin and the chief of one policeman arrive at Dr. Thornton's. She heads up the path to the house at a snail's pace so that she and Jim Dreamboots can glance back at each other nauseatingly a few times before she eventually tears her eyes off him and makes her way through the door. Inside, she encounters Marie, the world's least receptive receptionist. I hadn't recognised her from the scene before because of the gap between me playing this section and the last, but fortunately her name is mentioned here so people like me don't get left behind. Robin's conversation with the doctor starts as we saw, including the same horrifying shot of Eileen's freshly minced hand. As Marie listens in, he admits he's never seen any other dog bite that severe, but more importantly that Eileen's friend Samantha was also with her in the mansion that night. Nobody talks about her because her influential family suppressed her part in the story, but the doctor tells Robin that Samantha's been wheelchair-bound ever since. We then get a reminder of some fraction of Eileen in the mansion, asking Carol about where Samantha is and what's happened to her, followed by Marie and Chuck at some sort of dam doing their best to hoover each other's faces off. Marie suddenly holds a blade to Chuck's throat and plants a pen that I'm assuming is a bugging device on him in the most obvious fashion possible. The action cuts to the evening, where Marie swings her hips into Eileen's cafe. They have a brief conversation that reveals their connection,
Well, like mother, like daughter.
and they argue about Marie's involvement with Chuck and the reputation that she might gain from it. Next, Robin is making her way down from some sort of structure next to a waterway. After looking down at the raging tides, she breaks into a run shown in a baffling slow-motion shot, and eventually arrives at the house we saw in the excerpt earlier, where she collides with Jim. Sweating and getting her breath back, she avoids telling him what she was doing, but he doesn't press further. He hands her a pair of boots he's got for her, sharing my concerns about her choice of footwear when stalking around touching human remains. Fortunately, they then say their goodbyes before anybody sees them and throws up. Out of nowhere, we then get the bald man talking about the Marquis de Sade, who fades out and is replaced with the dominatrix and her stouff dog. Her head inflates again with the incongruent sound of a plate of beans forcing its way out of the back end of a cow. We then return to just before the game began, with a curly-haired man scrambling through some greenery and then falling over. His pursuer stands over him and then cuts his throat with the ease of opening a letter. After a very quiet death, another camera angle shows us his pursuer. And that is where the game leaves us for now. What does it all mean? I've no idea. Perhaps we'll find out during the next hour of the game. Thank you to everyone listed here for supporting the creation of these videos. Please visit David X Newton on Patreon to join the community, see videos earlier, and get some bonus content.